Okay, we might be around the corner of a market correction for real estate. We might be around the corner of banks failing, lots of banks failing. Right now they're saying there's about 67 banks out there that are on the verge of going into bankruptcy. So why would realtors like me say, hey, maybe it's the right time to buy a house? Obviously, we have some financial incentive. That's obvious. Let's be honest here. But the real reason is because you need a place to live. And if you're a tenant, let me start by saying thank you very much for helping us landlords get rich. You're helping pay our mortgage. One of the main reasons people aren't buying is because the interest rates are, quote unquote high. The reality is, let me give you one statistic. We have the highest interest rates than we've had in almost 25 years, Let me give you another statistic. Rents are higher than they have been in forever, literally peak market rents. So you're choosing not to pay, high interest rates in order to pay the highest rent rate that's ever existed. Make that make sense. And some people indeed cannot qualify. I get that. Look, not everyone is in a position to buy a house, but we have 0% down loan programs. I just did a video yesterday about United Wholesale Mortgage, and they have a new program with 0% down into home ownership. But you would rather rent. Hey, that's cool. Keep renting. Like I said, I'm appreciative of you guys renting since I own numerous properties. And maybe you should own numerous properties and you should join our side. Our side is the landlords. Us landlords figure out how to buy a property, we buy it, and then we rent it. And then you can pay our mortgage. You can help build our wealth very slowly. Let's be real. It's a big risk to be a landlord. Lots can go wrong. And if you're able to address everything, on a pretty smart approach to it, meaning you're not going to overspend, you're going to try to do some work yourself, you're going to try to save some money wherever you can. In the long run, you're going to make out pretty good. You're going to make some money with it. Because what happens is real estate tends to appreciate much faster than the value of money depreciates. That is over 150 years of that being tracked. And if you kind of look at the market right now, and you look at the interest rates and you look at the prices, it's very easy to say, oh, I can't afford it. And I would challenge you to reframe your mindset. Is it that you can't afford it? Or is it that you can't afford what you want? That's the real question. There are many options out there. Everything from cheap homes to overly expensive homes that are overpriced. So now which one are you going to go for? Because in my opinion, if you're going to make your home eventually a rental and you're going to live in there for now and then eventually you're going to make it a rental, then just buy the bare minimum. Buy the bare minimum right now that you can afford, that you're willing to live in, not the maximum, not the biggest, highest, biggest house with the biggest expenses, not that one. Get the one that's like a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-bedroom, 1-bath. In Sarasota, median price is right around $500,000 for a home. I would buy something for $325,000 in Sarasota, which there's not many out there.
Well, out of curiosity, I decided to do a search in my MLS. Single family homes, there's only 5 of them under $300,000 in Sarasota. Let's go take a look at them real quick. First one is on 24th Street. This is in Newtown. 832 square foot home listed at $249,000. Now this area right here, well, not the best, but home looks nice. This is definitely a nice remodel, right? And has a yard. I don't know what happened. Look at these 2 pictures. All right, let's go to the next one. Next one is on Mill Terrace. What is going on? Value in the land, extensive termite damage. This is a teardown. Well, I have bought so-called teardowns before, and I never tore them down. I found that they were just misadvertised. Okay, they don't show any photos of anything. This is a good area though, and this one is 265, 1,000 square feet. You could probably fix this for a lot less than you're thinking about tearing down, but it is only a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. Next one here is on Hillview, and this one here is location. Now this is east of Tuttle. I'm almost positive. I've seen this home actually. Yep, exactly. Right here on the corner. This home kind of looked a little rough, on the inside. It's a wood frame home, raised. I think it has a stem wall or something like that. It was obviously, kind of patched up and redone, but it wasn't that good. I'll tell you that much. Whatever. Buy the house. Stop renting. 269,000 for 1,000 square feet, 3 bed, 1 bath. It's actually in a good location, very well centrally located. Next one here on Prudence in Kensington Park. That's not a bad area. 300,000, 1,040. Let's see what's going on. Recent upgrades, full metal roof. Hey, look, mid-century modern. This isn't. Hey, terrazzo flooring. This is what I would buy. Out of so far everything that we've seen here, this is the one I would buy. Okay, this looks rough. They should have just removed all of these blinds and then, look, these are new windows. Look at that. Amazing. This is the one. This is the one. We're going to check in just a moment how much it would cost. Oh, listen, this is why it's available. It's only been on the market one day. 1,040 square feet for a 2 bed, 2 bath, 299. That's why. It's going to go under contract pretty much tomorrow, right? Full metal roof, new plumbing, all of that. Last one, 5 of 5, Prudence Drive. Wait a minute, 3601. 3455, same street, 17 days on the market, 1039. I mean, almost identical. Also, mid-century modern. Let's take a look. Hey, not a bad yard, right? This is not bad at all. Looks like it might back up to a school or something, which just means noise. And then obviously they should have decluttered. Once again, looks good. Looks like people are living in there. Hey, sounds good to me. This one would be second on the list. Not bad at all. So going back to this house, how much would it cost you? This is the nice one, right? This is the one that I mean, I'm nice and relative to the other ones, okay? And it's a good area. Kensington Park is not bad at all. How much would this cost you? Okay, let's just say full purchase price. We have our taxes right here, 3022, and we have this 300,000. If you do a 3.5% down loan, which you can get from a down payment assistance program, so you don't even need to come up with this money, and you do the 3,000, well, it's 3022. I don't know how much home insurance is. Let's just say $2,500, and you have PMI because you don't have 20% down. If you had 20% down, payment will go down by $239. You are looking at 2701. Listen, 2701. Do you know how much it would cost to rent this house? What is it, a 2-2 in Kensington Park? I would probably say it would cost you about $2,500, maybe $2,400 if you're lucky. So go into ownership at 2701. This is a good idea. I don't know why people would rather rent and help landlords get rich. Let's get back to the video.
So you don't have many choices to pick from, but that's the one I would go buy if I didn't own any properties. You're probably going to need to have some sort of down payment, but like I said, United Wholesale Mortgage has a program where they give you a second loan on the 3% down that you need as a down payment. But then there's also down payment assistance programs. What about those? That gives you 3.5%, sometimes up to 5%. on your down payment for the home you want to buy without any payments until you sell your house or you refinance your house, or 30 years goes by, whichever comes first, right? Which literally you can drag that out to be 30 years long. And if you repay that 30 years later, the value of the money in the future is going to be a lot lower than today's value. So you're kind of getting like a double win on that. But people don't want to buy because interest rates are 7.5%. This is crazy if you ask me. You guys are complaining about 7% interest rates. What are you going to do when interest rates go to 10%? What are you going to do if they go to 15%? Are you really just going to keep renting? Because all of the rent prices are probably going to keep increasing, okay? They're probably not going to go down. Now, they could go down, but with the amount of immigration that we have going on, and illegal immigration as well, and the growth, especially here in Florida, we have a population growth, 1.9% last year. Our population grew, but we're not building enough homes. We're not building 2% more homes every single year. So the demand keeps staying high. So therefore, stop renting and buy something, because prices are probably not going to crash and burn. Now, yeah, maybe they will. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe they will just, crash 5%. But they went up 4% last year. So already, if they go back down 5%, you're just back to what the prices were last year. But last year, you were complaining about the 6% interest rate. I mean, come on, people. Take a step in the right direction. Get yourself into home ownership. You don't have to use me as an agent to make me money. You just have to go and stop paying rent. Stop it. But then again, when I put on my landlord hat, I say thank you. Let me now just give you a few steps you can take if you just want to maybe double check what can you do to buy a house, and you think you can't buy a house. Well, let me show you what you have to do. First of all, go talk to a lender. That's the first thing, okay? You don't have to save up money. You don't have to do all that. You have to talk to a lender. You got to see, what is your credit score? How much do you qualify for based on your income? Because the most important thing is your repayment ability, meaning your job. The second most important thing is your credit score. Now, I was talking to someone yesterday about their credit score, and guess what? In 8 months after hiring a credit repair company, this individual took his credit score from a 580 to a 745. That goes from you can't qualify for a loan to you get the best rates possible. I'm telling you, saving up money is not the first step. The first one is talk to a lender. Double check, where is your whole financial situation at? I know that you may think, oh, I can't afford a home because you got no money, and every single paycheck, you're just out of cash. Okay, I get it. Maybe that has to do with spending habits. Just saying, maybe. Maybe it has to do with you not earning enough. I get that too. So after you talk to a lender, hopefully you've made a plan, okay? And that plan might be get credit repair. That plan might be start saving money or pay down this or that loan that you may have, okay? There are different things for different people. I don't know where you're at, but start by talking to a lender. What's the next step? You have no down payment money? Okay, well, let's talk about down payment funds. Damn it, I'm stuck here. Got a nice little water standing here, and it's all wet everywhere here. It's all wet everywhere there. Guess I'm going back this way. So the next step is figuring out how to get down payment money. Now, if you have $5,000, that's not enough. There are programs out there. I already mentioned United Wholesale Mortgage has a program where they give you a second mortgage for a 3.5% down payment. Maybe it's 3.5, I forget exactly. I made a video on it yesterday. Then there's also down payment assistance programs. You take a little course. It's like so short, so easy, and they teach you about budgeting and about the buying process and the expenses that you might incur. And then they give you a grant. They lend you money for free for a long, long time, 30 years. And in those programs where you get the free money, guess what? Your interest rate is going to be a little bit higher. But what is your interest rate when you're paying a landlord and you're renting? It's 100%. Like 100% of everything you are paying goes towards someone else paying down their mortgage, okay? Or into their pocket for profit. So do your course. And if you have money for a down payment, or if you have some money for a down payment, you're not sure if you have enough, then make sure you get a real estate agent like myself who really knows how to structure an offer to be in your advantage. Let me give you an example. You can make an offer on an FHA loan where 6% of the purchase price is contributed back towards your closing costs by the seller. So now, you're a buyer, you have free down payment money, you have the seller paying all or almost all of your closing costs, and then you can get into home ownership for very little money. But that doesn't mean you're going to qualify for like the best home that you want. That just means you're going to qualify for a home and start owning. I have these past clients, they bought about 6 years ago. At the time, they chose to listen to the advice and they bought a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house for $106,000. And the neighborhood is not that great, okay? But at this point, they have pretty much paid off their house. I'm telling you, not having a mortgage payment is a beautiful thing. I've been there. I love it. I'm not there right now, but I used to love it. And I'm telling you, it's not that hard when it's $100,000 on a dual income household. Now, obviously, you're probably not going to find a house today for $100,000. And if you do, it's probably not even the land. It's a problem. But today's prices, that was a long time ago. That was 6-7 years ago. But today's prices, you might find something for $275,000 in my area. You might find something for $300,000. You can go to Venice, definitely buy stuff for under $300,000. I'm talking about houses, not condos. So now what? So now you have a $300,000 mortgage to start paying down. And what do you think is going to happen in 6 or 7 years? You think we're going to have some giant market crash? Well, even if we do, so what? I don't think we're going to have a giant market crash, but even if we do, so what? You're still paying down your mortgage. And maybe in those 6 and 7 years, you'll get some bonus at work. Your spouse will start working. You'll rent a room to someone else and you'll pay down that house in 7 years. It's completely possible. When there's a will, there's a way. But it's not possible for everybody because some people, are cashiers at a grocery store and they're not making the money. But some people are making the money, and not even that crazy amount of money. They just put a plan together to pay things down and pay things off. So what's holding you back from taking an action step? 7% interest rates? Listen, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have higher rates than 7%. Maybe not, but I think in the next 3-4 years, we will. So make a choice, make a decision. This is all your choice to how you wanna live your life. I recommend stop paying the landlord, start paying yourself.